The good news is that most of us are very good at being kind and compassionate to others. It's a natural human capacity. We're born with it because we are caregiving. The problem is why we don't treat ourselves with compassion, self-compassion. And whether you're a man or a woman, you probably will understand if I say to you, have a think about whether you live in a critical mind. Is any part of your mind really harsh on yourself and gives yourself a hard time, is very judgmental? And if the answer to that is yes, then you will benefit from self-compassion. So how do we show self-compassion? That's a really important question because it helps us think about what are the steps towards developing this skill. So the first thing we need to do is be able to notice when we need our self-compassion. So something like compassion is a skill we access when life is getting a bit tough, when it's hurting us. So we first notice. We become aware of our mind. Perhaps we become aware of our mind that's been very critical, or we become aware of our mind that's been very judgmental or harsh on ourselves. And when we've noticed it, we then need to engage in practices, habits that help us do something that's more helpful rather than harmful. Breathing techniques are very central to self-compassion and the practice of self-compassion. And it's a really interesting thing, breathing, because as you know, we all do it and we do it all the time. But lots of us don't do it in a very helpful way. So lots of us hold our breath when we feel anxious or upset, or we breathe very shallowly. And in fact, what we're actually doing is making ourselves more anxious and more agitated. So if we can learn to practice soothing rhythm breathing, which is a very particular pattern of breath, which starts to regulate our physiology. So it actually regulates the physiological chemicals in your body. You can begin to bring your body and mind into a state of equanimity, of calmness, just through the practice of breathing. It's not difficult to do soothing rhythm breathing. It's difficult to practice it and make it a daily habit, a compassionate habit that's linked to your well-being. And, that's just one of the things about being human. We might know what's good for us, but we don't necessarily always do it.